Hello, Libra. Welcome to your January soul session. I am Marlo. If you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. This is for January. Okay. First through 15th, and Google cards just fell out. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into you guys' cards and see what's going on with you for the 1st through the 15th. I have 4 cards that fell out. I'm just trying to get them situated. So, anywho, first card out, Libra, that we have is the Page of Wands in the reverse, and that is coming into January from December. And welcome to 2023, by the way. So what it is looking like, Libra, with this Page of Wands in the reverse, did I say Pentacles? I don't know. I hope I said Wands, but it's the Page of Wands. But what it's looking like in this first week of January, coming into the week, you guys are kind of holding yourself back from going in the direction of something that you're passionate about. Now, I'm feeling this interestingly because this could quite possibly be that on one side, you guys aren't sure what it is that you're passionate about. Like, you may not know. You may either feel that there's some sort of restraints in your life at present that are preventing you from going in that particular direction. And others of you could potentially just be, afraid or really not know how to chart that path. So I feel like you guys are coming into the month a little insecure, a little, because there's 3 different ways that I'm feeling it, like I was just saying, but I don't want to necessarily say that you're on the fence, Libra, but it's just not really sure how to move forward, but the desire is present. Now, the next card, okay, that you guys have is the Empress in the reverse, and that is, of course, representing you as well as Taurus. And then the next card, well, I guess I wasn't lying. Your girl might be psychic. We have the Two of Pentacles. So when I was saying on the fence, and I literally was doing this, that's insane. I love how that happens. You guys really are on the fence. Now, the truth of the matter is, with this Empress in the reverse coming out, I feel there has been a level of self-neglect that has been happening. And self-neglect, it could manifest in a myriad of different ways. This could be anything from you falling off the wagon with, like, a diet or a workout regimen, or you spending a lot of time like on work or taking care of kids, other people, things or whatnot, or whatever. But it's more or less, I don't want to necessarily say, well, yeah, I guess it would be that. Arguing with my guides, it is. It can't be anything else. It's literally you putting yourself on the back burner. But I also feel elements of this as well, of a tad bit of insecurity. And this is so strange to me because I feel not like the insecurity thing or anything. It's like, what's strange to me is like what's kind of jumping out at me about this, because I feel this is a very solitary internal type of thing that Libra is going through right now, right? And like I was saying, a lot of it is influenced by, I'm feeling this past tense of there being neglect, but it manifesting in this first week of January. And when I say manifest, it's either something manifesting with you health-wise, right? That's the byproduct of decisions that have been made past tense, or it could be a motivation to go in the direction to kind of shift those things. So, hiring a trainer, starting at the gym, starting a diet type of deal, right? But there's a sneaky kind of thing that I feel is going on underneath all of this, which is strange, because and this is just what I'm picking up intuitively, but it's like on one side of this, there's a little bit of like projection that's happening. And child, look, I mean, unless the Page of Wands person would be that, because there's like, this is so interesting how I am seeing this, dude. It's almost like, okay, if we were to say our Page of Wands, right? It's like this Page of Wands would represent Libra as well as another person. And this is like aside from what I just said, but this is just what I'm picking up on intuitively. So this Page of Wands would be representative of Libra as well as someone else, right? But So sorry to interrupt you guys while you're listening to the show, but I wanted to tell you guys about our new partnership with BetterHelp. If you haven't heard of them, it's an online resource in which you can find your very own friendly local neighborhood therapist, no matter where you are in the world. You sign up, and within 24 hours, they match you with a therapist that's right for you. And you can talk to your counselor every week via phone or video chat. You can also text them between sessions. If you or someone you know has been considering therapy, get started today with BetterHelp. Now let's get back to the show. Everything I described with the Empress and the reverse of it being like self-neglect and now that manifesting at present, I feel that, not saying that that's not for Libra, that's what I'm saying. Everything I said prior to this, just put that on pause, put it on ice right quick. Because it's like my guides are separating it into two different people and one of them being Libra. So when I say the whole thing about bad decisions or whatever, or self-neglect, and that manifesting as something in the first week, that would be one person, Page of Wands reverse. But then there's Page of Wands in the reverse over here, person number 2, which would be Libra. And Libra is someone where you're proactively doing things, which is the other side I was saying with the Empress. It's like you realize stuff you were doing wrong, past tense. And this week you're taking steps and actions to vindicate that. So you fell off the bandwagon with working out. Now you're starting to work out, right? But it's so strange. But the thing I'm seeing with this, right? It's like there's like a person that's around Libra, and Libra is trying to help the person. Like Libra's trying to help the person, but Libra is like, well, I'd have to say Libra would be projecting because they're seeing themselves as the person, because it's the fact that, and this is like a total side thing, dude, because if it's coming in intuitively, so that means this is just like a whole side message, child. But it's like, it's almost like Libra or whoever, hi, nice to meet you, my name's Marlo, whatever Libra person would resonate with this, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Thank you for hijacking my reading. This is always nice. Anyway, but it's almost like what I'm seeing is like Libra's looking at this person, but Libra's in the position where they're seeing the person as like, oh, I remember when I was there, once upon a time. I remember when I was, cheating on my diet, when I was doing the things, right? But there's an element of that still exists in Libra that's not being addressed. And that would be the reason why you're seeing it so clearly in the other person. And that's what gets us to this 2 of Pentacles, because it's saying to me, this is something that's like a pattern. So Libra would be wondering, it's almost like, gosh, this is so interesting. Like, this is like so psychology, because this is like something human beings do all the time, like with New Year's resolutions and everything. It's like all of the other times in the past that Libra, and I'm just going to say diet just because it's easier, but it's like all the other times in the past that this Libra person, that this intuitive message is for, that you've fallen off the bandwagon, there was like a very specific, or how you perceive it, there was a very specific reason as to why that happened, right? Your car broke that time, and then your sister, her car broke down when your car got fixed, and you couldn't go to the gym because you had to bring your sister to school. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why. Has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Libra has a problem, or this particular Libra has a problem with sticking to things or seeing things through. It's just there's other people. All of these other people are just coming into my path and just, setting me off track, So now when we get into 2023, it's like, okay, since, your sister got her car back, your car fixed, everything is in order. And I feel the need to say, if you are a Libra, Scorpio cusper, you most certainly, for this intuitive message, you should go watch Scorpio. But anyway, it's like a thing now where it's like, all right, new year, new me, and you're ready to like jump into the thing. You know what I'm saying? But what you're not seeing yet is what I'm seeing in this Two of Pentacles, that this situation is going to end up much like all of the ones in the past, because in your conscious mind, you're seeing it as other people getting in the way. It has nothing to do with your willpower or anything. It's just, it's happenstance and other people. But I feel this person, right? Whoever this person is to you, and I don't know, we got the Empress, is Taurus and Libra. So I mean, I don't know, is it a Taurus person? I have no idea. But fire sign, we don't know. Neither here nor there. But whoever this person is, I feel it's almost like, and I mean, this could be someone, I feel like it's younger than you for sure. So this could be a sibling. So your sister who car broke, I don't know. Like this could be a sibling, or this could be, I mean, a coworker, like anyone. But I feel like it's a person that Libra's almost trying to take under their wing and trying to show them where it is they're messing up, right? But Libra isn't seeing yet that the reason why you're able to see this person's situation so clearly is because you're messing up the same way that they are. You just don't know it yet. So it's almost like this thing where it's like a student teacher dynamic, right? So Libra's coming in like the teacher because they're seeing this student that needs guidance and help. And oh, I remember when I was like that, you know what I'm saying? And in reality, this student will ultimately become the teacher of Libra, if that's making sense. And that's like the whole thing I'm seeing that's happening underneath all of this. But I love the dramatic flair from my guides. It's like you just don't know it yet. So if there's somebody in your life, I don't know, it could be, I mean, a niece, nephew, sibling, coworker, friend. But I really feel strongly that it's someone who's younger than you. But whoever this person is, you see their situation so clearly, almost to the point where if you could like elbow this person out of their life, there was literally an episode of Family Guy like that when Stewie totally thought that he could fix Brian's life. It was hilarious. But anyway, moving right along. But you almost feel as if you could just elbow this person out of the way, you could jump in the driver's seat, fix everything in like a 24-hour period, right? Hop out, put them back in the driver's seat, and it would be fine. But you're not seeing, and that's the beautiful thing about projection, is like the stuff that we see so clearly in other people, dude. And I mean, we can see it or perceive that we're seeing their situation so clearly to where it's like, oh my gosh, like give me 24 hours and I can totally fix your life type of thing. But we're not realizing that we're seeing shadow aspected parts of ourselves in that person. But I think this is a beautiful thing. So it's not anything that I would tell you guys to be like concerned about, because I mean, whether you're aware of it now or not, it's like you gonna know. But it's almost like you're going to start to see this stall out, because that's the thing I think is so funny, dude. Like, God, this is so freaking lit. I love this. Like, I love what I do for a living. Oh my God, I just can't. I cannot even. Anyway, it's like literally seeing these two cards, dude. It's like, this is the energy I'm seeing of you guys being fixated on this person. And it's like wanting to help them because you feel as if you have everything under control. But it's almost like as soon as you like turn your attention away from this, you're going to be here. And not figuring out why, but what you're consciously going to tell yourself, gosh, okay, my gosh, just show me that. How I was saying past tense, how you were saying all of these people proverbially who stopped you from going to the gym, your sister car broke, oh, your car broke, mechanic took too long, whatever. It's like, this is a repeat of that. Like, this is a repeat of that, of the same thing, but it's like, you're not seeing the connection. You know what I'm saying? Because you being fixated on this person is just a distraction. And it's a distraction from this whole thing. Oh, God, this is so lit. I love how this is coming together. Because now they're marrying the intuitive message back into what I was saying initially with this Page of Wands, perceiving it as if it's the energy that Libra is coming into. And I was saying like this fear of like, there's something you're wanting to do, but there's like either a fear or you feel like you don't have the resources or something like that in order to move forward. And that's why you stagnate. And that's the reason why you would use this person. And I mean, not saying you're using them. This is just the beauty of the subconscious mind. We do this all day, every day. But it's like your desire to help people and like stick your neck out and stuff like that. It's subconsciously how you're distracting yourself from what it is that you should be focused on, that you're too afraid to focus on. Right. And it's like you get to press the reset button and start all over again. So it's like if you were supposed to start the gym this week and you fell off the wagon, you could be like, oh, well, you know, my little cousin, you know, they was going through things in their life. And, you know, I had to go ahead and mentor them, you know, get them back enrolled in college and things, you know, and you say that and then you're starting over again, but it's never, ever moving forward. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a Jedi mind trick. You're playing on yourself. And like I said, don't feel bad, Libra, because literally, y'all know I'm a therapist in real life. People do this all day, every day. It's like we're caught in a matrix within a matrix within a matrix in our own freaking mind. But I feel like you guys are going to end up having an aha moment in reference to this. But I just think it's beautiful how, you know, the student becomes the teacher in a sense. Now, going into the second week of January, which is the week going into the 15th, we have the Ace of Wands. So it's new inspiration that's coming. And I feel like that's the same thing that we're starting out with, that passion and that desire within you, right? The thing that it is that you really want, the thing that you really, okay, I'll just take all those since they got stuck between my fingers. The thing that it is that you really want to pursue, it's like this is really coming to the fore here. And I mean, rightfully so, because we're coming into Mars going direct, as well as Mercury going direct. And those of you who took my course know the channeled message that I got in reference to Mars going direct, because, you know, we've all been in this holding pattern for all of the time. Well, not all the time, but, you know, ever since Mars went retrograde in 2022. But now it's kind of like the slingshot effect, right? So all of this like unrest and stuff that we've experienced like in this latter part of 2022 coming into 2023, or this holding pattern that we've been in since the latter part of December all the way up until the first half of January. All of this was a time frame for you to reconfigure, you know, what it is in your life that's no longer serving you. Because I feel the reason why Libra would be utilizing these distractions with other people, or why it is that you're too afraid to go in the direction of something that you're desiring, is more or less because it's almost like a constraint of what your limitations are. It's like it's feeling like I can only do so much. I can only go so far. I can only be this. I can only be that. I come from a long line of dentists. All I could ever do is be a dentist. I can't do nothing else but be a dentist. But it's like the truth of the fire that exists like in the belly of your soul, if you will, to be very dramatic about it. With this Ace of Wands, it's like this is going to keep nagging at you until you pursue it. So it doesn't matter how many times you try to distract yourself from it. It's like you're going to continuously be stuck or feel stagnant or not know how to move forward until you pursue what it is that you truly desire, if that's making sense. Now, the next card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. That's my sloppy craftsmanship card and letting things slip through the cracks. Next card that we have is the Six of Pentacles, little lot of balance. And the next card that came out, child, look, we got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And that's interesting because I'm looking at with this Empress and that being a Taurian card here. This King of Pentacles is speaking to like this lower octave to me of this Empress. But I think it's funny because my first question to my guides is like, now, so which one is that? It's like, so is that Libra? Or is that the other person? You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking that, but then they're bringing me to the freaking Six of Pentacles. So the whole thing is here, when I talk about this sloppy craftsmanship, I know it's like the worst way to say that. Don't judge me for how I interpret these cards and the nicknames I have for them. But these are the two things that they're bringing my attention to. It's like, it's almost like working in vain. So when I talk about putting yourself on the back burner and prioritizing other people or whatever it is that's this distraction here, it's like, even if you have all of the good intentions in the world, Libra, with this particular person that you're helping out or whatever, or giving advice to, or whatever the case. The whole key is if it's coming from a place such as this, right? So it's like, even if we were to say this, like, okay, this is we're gonna say that's your little cousin, right? So your little cousin just trying to figure their life out and dropped out of college and things, right? And you're telling them all of the things, because I mean, I feel like this is how you're perceiving yourself, right? Like, this is me, like I got it. I done been there. I'm a hard worker, very consistent, showing up to work every day, right? But we're not looking at the substance. You know what I'm saying? You're showing up to work every day, but it's like, are you present? Are you there? You know what I'm saying? Because we're really coming from this energy. So it's kind of telling this person, like, I've been where you are and stuff like that, but it's coming from like let me fix that. I was about to say it's coming from a negative space, but I don't mean that it's coming from a negative space in the context that you're being negative, but it's coming from a void space. It's kind of like, to give you an example of what I'm trying to say with that, is if I never owned a business, right? I never ever owned a business like in my lifespan, and you own a business, right? And your business isn't doing well. It's like me coming along, like when I say negative space, I mean negative in the sense of like void, like there's nothing there. I'm coming from a bunch of nothing, but just my good intentions because I want to make you feel better. But that's like me coming to you and trying to give you entrepreneurial advice, and like, I mean, if this is happening, I mean, you should just do this and you should approach it like this. I don't goddamn know. I've never owned a business. Like, who am I to tell you that? So it's one thing to have good intentions and want to empower a person, want them to feel better. But if I have no experience whatsoever as an entrepreneur, it's kind of patronizing in a sense for me to even say like, oh, it's not that bad, or, you're going to get through it, or, I completely understand where you're at. I've been in a similar situation with my job/career. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the kind of vibe I'm picking up on. But I feel with that, it's kind of like, and my mama says this, I'm so going to quote my mama right now, because I feel like that's the only thing I could say to explain what it is that I'm trying to say. It's like, it's almost like Libra being, my mama says, they done caught you with your drawers down. That's what my mom says. But that's kind of the energy I feel. It's like Libra in the first half of January getting caught with your drawers down. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a negative thing. It's kind of like it's an epic setup for you to have a huge aha. And I feel why this is happening, because the whole purpose is this. So it's like this person is going to act as a catalyst to show you the authentic mirror reflection that you are also me, right? I mean, they're not going to say this to you. It's just going to be the, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here telling them this and look at what the hell I ain't no goddamn different, right? It's kind of one of those moments, but it's like spirit utilizing this person as a catalyst for the sole purpose of getting you to, what's the word? To get you to like, I keep wanting to say cultivate, but matriculate keeps trying to come up. I'm like, that's not it. But cultivate, to get you to cultivate this, right? For you to take action on this. Because I feel whatever you guys are working on now is not something you're really passionate about. It's like, that's why I was saying, like, being on autopilot almost. It's like you're doing this stuff, it's successful. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because this does not feel anything with love, child. But it's like, if we were to look at this as like a lifestyle or like a career path that Libra has built up, it's like from the outside looking in, it's lit. Even from the inside looking out, it ain't too bad either. But is it fulfilling? No, it's stable, it's secure, but it's not passion. And I feel that the difference between Libra and this other person is, well, I can't even say the difference. The only difference would be is that I feel with this person, they're trying to live it, but they're just really not doing good at it. And Libra has created a sense of stability, but they lack the passion. So the person has the passion, doesn't have the security, stability, but Libra has a security, stability, but doesn't have the passion. But you do. right? It's just, it needs to be birthed forward. And this person is the catalyst in order for that to happen. Because I feel like you guys are stepping into abundance, because it's literally, I'm looking at this Empress and the Six of Pentacles diagonal from each other. That's what they're showing me with the whole lower octave is. It's like you've been operating like the Six of Pentacles dude. It's like you have stuff, you have wisdom, you know, and you're sharing it. You know, you got a car, you let people use your car. You got wisdom and knowledge, you're sharing that with people. But what you're supposed to be, ooh, wrong one, sorry. What you're supposed to be is this. You're supposed to be like unlimited abundance, right? With this, they got an end to that. But the whole reason why it's like things would be slipping through the cracks as far as work is concerned is because your heart isn't in it. So this is almost like Spirit's attempt to reunify you with your passion, because it almost feels to me, Libra, like you're thinking too small. If I could sum all of this up in a really quick way, it's really like thinking too small. You know, it's like in your approach and all. It's like, you know, it's like masculine, feminine aspects of yourself. It's like settling for less than you deserve, but what you're settling for isn't bad. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know I said I had a reading like this with Aquarius like a few years back, where it's like everything in your life is totally fine. It's like it's just lacking passion, like your true heart's desire. But you know, you could pay bills on time and things of the sort. You know what I'm saying? But it's more or less the thing that's stopping you from ever getting to this. And that's what goes back to the thing I was saying with the whole conditioning aspect. It's like there's a conditioning that says I come from a whole long line of dentists, and it's like I gotta be a dentist because I'm supposed to be a dentist because this is how you do it. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no other way around this, right? Like this how you do it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like some type of mental constraint that has told you that you can't be who you are, have what you have, and have your passion too. You can't eat your cake and have it too. You know what I'm saying? Have your cake and also eat it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel this is kind of like divine intervention from the universe to get you guys to realize that there is another level you can exist at. You feel me? Oh, that's wonderful. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Did I say the Nine of Wands? Good Lord, what is going on with me today? Jeez Louise, Mercury retrograde is getting me for real. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse at the bottom of your deck while all of this is happening. So that's just what I was saying, dude. It's setting you free. It's like if you were to really sit with yourself, like both of these speak to, oh, and look, underneath that, oh, shit, child, look, see, I got to stop fooling with the bottom of y'all deck, child. Let me leave that alone. Look, they had this at the bottom of the deck, child, underneath, the Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So that's the thing. It's like it's getting you back on board with yourself, getting things back straight, because like I was saying, it's like that whole stuck energy, that lack of movement forward. I feel like there's a sense of unrest, but it's like all of this stuff is going undetected. Because this doesn't feel to me like Libra is like in peril, misery, and woe, and like, what is my life? What is the purpose of anything? It just may be mild discomforts, like really weird dreams you've been having, or like tossing and turning at night, waking up, you know, like going to sleep and then waking up, can't go back to sleep, or having trouble like falling asleep and things of the sort. And all of that is like this Ace of Wands, like rattling, you know? So any like, and I feel like I want to say mild discomfort. I mean, somebody out there might have had it tough, but I'm not really seeing it in that context, but it's just kind of balancing you out, no pun intended, but this whole energy is happening to balance you guys out, to get you to understand that you can have it all. Like you don't have to embrace one and forsake the other, if that's making sense. But I personally feel, just being the outsider looking at this, the most beautiful thing is that, you know, the catalyst that's being used is someone that you're trying to help, not even realizing that they're going to be the one to help you. That's freaking lit. But anyway, Libra, I hope all that made sense, child. That's your soul session for the 1st through the 15th of January. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later, my friend.